Hey guys, it's your boy Lance Connolly. I've decided I was going to do a little video today because I just thought, hey, why don't we look at some facts about the early church, and let's look at the history and see if it matches up with full preterism at all. Because I'm going to tell you it doesn't. So we get John, and he writes the Revelation in Domitian's reign from 81 to 96 AD. So Domitian was emperor 81 to 96 AD, right? So you get Domitian, and this is after 70 AD. So John's writing his Revelation, and obviously that doesn't make sense for a full preterist. Then, according to church history and church tradition, John wrote his gospel in 95 AD. So he wrote the Gospel of John in Ephesus in 95 AD because he was trying to help convert more Jews and Gentiles to Christ. So if the second coming and if the second coming and the resurrection happened in 70 AD, John had about 30 years to tell us that, hey guys, this all happened. But unfortunately for the full preterist, well, he doesn't. So it is what it is. John had 30 years to be like, hey guys, this happened. He had 30 years to tell somebody, hey guys, this happened in 70 AD. And guess what? He doesn't say a darn thing. But, this is the other kicker too. So John teaches St. Clement, right? And St. Clement is a guy that's mentioned in Philippians 4. And if you've ever read any books outside of the Bible, there's this guy that wrote this thing called First Clement. And Clement is a guy that wrote this epistle in 95 AD. And that's the same Clement from Philippians 4. And in 1 Clement 24, he says, and I quote, "The resurrection is future." So, sorry, full preterist, that's another deal against you. Then you have St. John teaches St. Polycarp. And Polycarp, in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 7, says that those who deny the future judgment and the resurrection of the dead should be and are to be called firstborn of Satan. I think that's a pretty accurate description for anybody that denies that. So, it is what it is. Like, this is someone that was taught by John himself, an apostle that knew Jesus. So, we got St. John teaching St. Polycarp and St. Clement, and they both say that it's future. Okay? And then we have St. Ignatius, who also confirms this, and he was also taught by the apostle John. I mean, it's looking bad for the full preterist here. St. Justin the Martyr, also, his ministry was in Ephesus, and he confirms in his dialogue with Trypho that he believes in a future second coming and a resurrection of the dead. And then you get St. Irenaeus, who was a disciple of Polycarp, and he also knew people that had still known Jesus back in his time, and he affirms this as well. So there's nothing here for the full preterist, because you have John, who dies in the reign of Trajan, going and saying, like, this is future. Like, he never says one time to anybody. He teaches all these people. None of them, not a single soul, not a single person is like, hey, John taught me that Christ came in 70 AD. Like, never happened. It never happened. Because guess what? Full preterism is false. Full preterism tries to teach that, well, the second coming and the resurrection of the dead happened in 70 AD. Well, clearly it didn't, because John would have said something. It would have been like big news if the Apostle John had said it. But instead, we have a full confirmation from the entire church, from St. John, from St. Polycarp, from St. Clement, from St. Ignatius, from St. Justin, St. Irenaeus. We also have Hegesippus, the historian. Not a single one. Not a single freaking one. But yet, the full preterist is going to keep going, oh man, we're right, you're wrong. Like, you're just pushing a conspiracy theory. Like, it's confirmed by, how many people is this? John, that's one, main one too. John, Clement, Ignatius, Polycarp, St. Justin, St. Irenaeus. I mean, that's 6 people, and you guys have nothing. Like, really? Like, let's come on. This is so silly. Also, John had the opportunity to tell us this when he wrote the Gospel of John. Like, he wrote his Gospel in 95 A.D. In Ephesus. Like, he had the opportunity, but he chose not to. Guess it wasn't that important to him, apparently. But yeah, right. I think it's probably because, they all taught that it was future. John probably was like, hey, Jesus hasn't come back yet. It's still future. So there you go. That is my video for today, and thank you for listening.